quiet, atmospheric tone. 20,000 years ago, waking up was a gamble. There were no cities, no farms, and no infrastructure to keep the freezing temperatures at bay. Biologically, early humans were highly vulnerable. Our night vision was poor, our skin lacked natural armor, and we lacked the sheer speed to outrun the threats moving through the undergrowth. Beyond the immediate glow of a campfire, the darkness belonged to apex predators. Cave lions, towering bears, and highly coordinated packs of wild wolves hunted in these forests, and a single encounter could wipe out an entire family. The dynamic between these species began to shift when a few of these predators made an unexpected behavioral choice. Instead of hunting humans, these wolves moved closer. This initial shift from competition to cooperation provided a survival advantage that would eventually alter the course of human history. The transition started in Eurasia. A handful of wolves began lingering near human settlements, choosing to scavenge for leftover bones and scraps rather than risking injury by attacking our ancestors. This created a mutually beneficial trade. The wolves secured a reliable, easy source of calories, while humans received a form of passive sanitation, as the wolves cleared away waste that would otherwise attract larger, more dangerous scavengers. The least aggressive wolves thrived in this environment. Generation after generation, the ones that stayed close bred with each other, and their descendants grew calmer and more comfortable around human activity. Over time, their bodies and behaviors adapted to their new neighbors. Eventually, these altered descendants became the very first domestic dogs. This partnership emerged as a biological outcome of two species finding a shared niche, driven by the simple, mutual need for food. Once they started hunting together, the synergy was immediate. Humans provided daytime vision and high-level planning. Dogs provided a biological tool we lacked, an absolute mastery of scent. This diagram shows the scale of that sensory gap. On the left, humans have a limited cluster of olfactory receptors. On the right, a dog's nose contains hundreds of millions of them, a dense cloud of sensors that can track a trail humans would never even notice. Because dogs could find and corner prey, hunts became more frequent and more successful. This steady supply of protein allowed human families to grow, and survival rates for children steadily climbed. But the greatest risks often arrived after sunset. Once darkness fell, human vision became useless, leaving sleeping camps exposed to predators that excelled in the night. Dogs acted as early warning systems. Their sharp hearing and sensitive noses picked up the scent of an approaching bear or a rival group in the dark, waking the camp long before a threat could reach the firelight. By outsourcing these sensory blind spots to dogs, early humans effectively patched their biological weaknesses, becoming far more capable of surviving in hostile environments. As thousands of years passed, human populations expanded out of their original settlements, migrating into nearly every climate on the planet. Dogs adapted to these landscapes alongside us. In the frozen north, they became a source of power, pulling sleds across thick ice and snow to allow travel over immense distances. In grasslands and valleys, they took on the role of guardians, managing and protecting livestock herds from wild animals and thieves. Humanity settled the globe because we possessed a biological partner that could adapt its skills to meet the demands of any environment. Over time, this arrangement of food for labor evolved into cross-species trust. Dogs developed specialized cognitive skills to navigate the human world. They learned to interpret our facial expressions, recognize the tone of our voices, and even follow the direction of a pointing finger. Humans changed as well. We began to reward loyalty, spending resources to care for injured companions, and forming emotional bonds that were unique in the animal kingdom. This partnership fostered a shared neurological empathy, altering how both species processed the world. Today, that ancient alliance has resulted in a global population of more than 900 million dogs. They still provide critical protective roles. We relied on their instincts on the battlefields of the past, and today they continue to serve our communities by working alongside modern law enforcement. They continue to act as sensory guides, navigating complex modern cities for those who lack sight. While empires rose and fell and technology reorganized the world, the dog remained a constant presence. Human history cannot be untangled from dog history. Our rise to global prominence is a story we co-authored with our oldest evolutionary friend.